Hey friends, it's Michelle with Garden Jargon and welcome to my channel. Today is another episode for Throwback Thursdays. This is a compilation of videos that I have shot since 2020 and I had them on a personal YouTube channel and I just yanked them all out of my personal YouTube channel and ported them into my Garden Jargon YouTube channel. So I wanted to share them with you and I'm trying to keep them semi-close to the original date. Today is April 7th. Thursday, April 7th. And this video shot was probably like mid to late April 2020. But this video is about growing stuff in repurposed rubber tires. Now I know there's controversy out there about growing food or growing anything in a rubber tire and leaking chemicals into the soil or whatever. I don't even know. I think I planted flowers in these tires at this location. This was my Hammond location, the location of my very first garden. So I wasn't really concerned about the food that I grew in it. So I hope you enjoy this video. I don't know what other people use as repurposing, but this is kind of very similar to like a raised bed style of gardening. I filled the bottoms of these tires with twigs and leaves, like your carbons, your browns that you would find if you were composting, and I mixed it with some topsoil and some manure. Looking back at this video, I don't even remember where I got this manure. I obviously got it from a horse farm, but I don't remember where it came from and if it was broken down very well or not. So this is watching it for the first time again for me. So sit back and watch my video. I try to keep one up every Thursday. For your guys' information. If you guys have ever used some raised tire beds, please let me know what you've used before and actually where you're viewing from. It would be nice to know where you guys are from. And please do your best to like and share my videos. I'm trying to build my established viewer base here on YouTube, and I would really appreciate your help. So sit back and watch the video. It's a short one. It's about 8 minutes long, and then I'll close up with another video. Thanks so much. Hi there. I'm going to do my best to shoot a video really quick on something that I'm trying this year in my garden. So today is April 21st and it's about 50 degrees outside. You're gonna have to ignore the cars driving by and the noise in my neighborhood because I don't know how to stop that. But behind me, I wanted to show you, I just got a big pile delivered of topsoil, clean topsoil, and I covered it because it's supposed to rain really hard tonight. And over there is manure. That manure is donated by a farm that's here in North Aurora. It's mixed a lot with straw and sawdust, which is great. That kind of stuff can be broken down for garden beds and plant boxes and stuff like that. So if you find behind me, right there, those are some tires. Those tires I found on the side of the road. My sister thinks I'm a nut job, but I repurposed them. They were kind of abandoned, like you see people throw junk on the side of the road, just randomly on the side of a random road. I found a person on Facebook that had a pickup truck, and I asked them if they could pick them up for me, and they did. So I paid them 50 bucks, and they brought me these 3 tires, and those tires out there in the yard. I don't know if you can see them. The sun is pretty bright. Yep, out there in the yard at the corner. So what I've done is this. If you look in here, I did a bunch of sticks and twigs at the bottom. And then I put a lot of brown leaves that I have still collected here in my garden from the sycamore tree, because that tree right there is a mammoth sycamore tree that produces these gigantic leaves. These leaves are bigger than my head. So I put the sticks down in the bottom about 5 or 6 inches, and then I put the leaves on the top. Also, I had my wonderful neighbor that lives down the street come over, and he actually cut the lip with a Sawzall blade all the way around to open up the surface of the top of the tire for me. So it gave me a lot more planting space, which probably gave me about an extra square foot of space to plant. So I'm very grateful for him for that, because that saw was pretty hardy and I couldn't do it. I tried to do it with a jigsaw. That was quite comical. I'm glad you weren't here for that day. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put piles of halfway broken down manure on top of this, like I've done in these two beds. In these two beds here, I put the composted manure. It's not completely broken down. It's only been there about 3 months, he said. It usually takes about 6 months for that to completely break down to be super soil manure, but it is not broken down all the way. So since I'm not directly putting that on my plants, I'm putting it as a layer in the bottom here, which it will decompose throughout the summer, throughout the rain. So I'm putting it in these tires to see what happens. Then I will mix the topsoil with some amended like peat and vermiculite and put that on the top of the beds, and this is where I will plant some garden space. So I wanted to share with you what I was doing today, and this is an experiment for me for the year 2020. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know how it will produce. I'm thinking of only putting a couple flowers in each of these, make it pretty for my pollinators. Maybe put up a couple hummingbird feeders over here, stick them, you know, the Bo Peep stands. But I wanted to share with you what I have going in these 3 tire beds here, and I'll take you to the other side of the yard to show you the other buckets. I live in Grow Zone 5B, and Grow Zone 5B here is in Chicago. Today, like I said, it's April 20th, and it's about 50 degrees. It's a slight chilly breeze, but the sun feels good. But here's the beds here that I have. Same thing. A bunch of sticks, and then a bunch of leaves on top of that. You can obviously see inside the bed, the lip of the tire comes out quite far. So I had the neighbor, Pedro, cut that off, so it gives me that much more space in my garden bed to plant, which is pretty fantastic. So again, I'm going to fill these up because it's supposed to rain tonight, so that way I can let the rain amend that manure inside of these beds overnight, so it'll compact a little bit better. It'll fall between some of these sticks and debris depending on how bad it's going to rain. But I wanted to get that in there today so I don't have to cover it, and it'll break down. But I wanted to keep my video short and sweet today. I just wanted to share with you something that I've kind of tidbits off of YouTube, because I like to steal ideas off of YouTube. Who doesn't, right? That's why we watch YouTube. We take people's ideas and we turn them into our own. But I will give credit where credit is due, and YouTube is the place. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have an amazing time starting your gardens this year. And you can comment or like below, and I'd be happy to share any insight with you that I have. Take care and God bless. Okay friends, I hope you enjoyed that quick video on raised garden beds with rubber tires. Just to let you know, my current garden that I have here on Wilson, here in Batavia where I live, I just want you to know that I did do raised garden beds in tires again, but all I grew in there were herbs. So I have all my cilantros, my basils, thyme, rosemary, oregano. I did those all in tires as well. I did them along my driveway because I do get a lot of shade in the early morning, and so it only gets about 4 or 6 hours of full sun, which is great for herbs because they can't take the heat. Like, they start to bolt right away. So just letting you know, I did do raised garden beds with tires again. You'll see them in my garden tours throughout the summer if you do pay attention. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.